Alright, welcome back to the UltraChen Show. What do we got?
We've got some game news coming up. Apparently, after the last patch came out for Super Smash Bros. Wii U, they kind of hinted that it would be the last one.
They do that with every patch.
Yeah.
This is the last Smash Bros. Wii U patch. Everybody gets sad. 4 months later, we get another patch.
Then they announce 4 more characters.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright.
And yep, sure enough, there's a 1.1.6 patch that's coming out for Smash Wii U. So a lot of people are curious to see how it's going to go, especially because a lot of people really hate Bayonetta. Right?
Dude, they're going to nerf the crap out of that character.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
And it's funny, too, because there was actually just a video that was put out, I think it was by ESAM, that showed how to get away from Bayonetta's up B into tilt, into up air. And you just basically have to DI going up so that you go too high and it misses.
Oh, funky.
Like most of the time you want to DI towards the stage to keep yourself in fine web. So in that case, if you up B and you just mash on the up inputs, you'll push yourself too high so that it won't actually get you.
Oh, does it work like that? You have to press it multiple times to get
No, you only have to press it once, but it requires very small timing.
Oh.
There's a small window to it, so if you just do it that way, then you'll get it guaranteed.
I could see them changing that.
But they probably are going to nerf Bayonetta anyway.
They're definitely going to nerf Bayonetta. There's no way that they're going to let her rock.
People are complaining too much.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so, we talked about this a little bit.
Briefly,
Where apparently if you play Street Fighter V with the legacy controllers, there's actually less lag.
It's like a frame less, basically.
Yeah,
so, default on PS4 is 8, and then it goes to 7.
I was actually really tempted last night to play it on the because the PS4 controller has a switch. You just turn it to PS3 and it's a legacy controller now.
You can't do it that way though. From what I was told, you can't do it that way.
Really? Oh,
yeah, you have to go through the legacy.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
Turn
I
it to
would
PS3
switch it and
and
then
do
I would
legacy.
register it that way. But the thing is, I was like, I don't want to get used to it.
You know, my roommate and I were playing on PC with the better timing, and then he was like, "Yeah, we can't do this." Because he went back to his room and was trying to play, and he's like, I can't, the timing's so different now that, I can't do it. So we're like, alright, so I just turned it back to more lag so that we could play normal.
You know, I mean, the funny thing about it is, I know a lot of people say, the 8 frames of lag, excuse, or whatever, but having it confirmed, there's a lot of things that make sense to me now. Canceling lights in the specials in this game is way, the window felt smaller than it's ever been. And it's probably because you can't wait until you see it hit to cancel, which you could before. You have to cancel it kind of beforehand.
Yeah, it's like a dial combo.
And that's why I was saying I think that's the way they intended the game to be played. I don't really think it's a mistake. I think.
Yeah, it might not be a mistake, but it would be nice for a lot of us if it wasn't that way. That would
change the dynamic of the game.
To be that way, but if it's the way they designed the game, then we've got.
What if their patch after Capcom Cup to balance the game is just to remove the lag?
Dude, that would be sick.
That's their balance patch.
That
so
would be
now the game is brand new.
That would be so
There's
stupid.
0 lag.
I would not be for that. I would not be for that.
I think that might make Zangief worse.
Damn, it would.
That would be a sick balance patch.
That's actually true, because then it would be way easier to see when he's trying to go for SPD.
Mm-hmm.
They would literally have to lower his SPD to 3 frames in order to make it.
Yeah, they would have to buff him for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be a sick balance
that's a
patch.
really interesting point. The fact that his SPD has so much startup, in any other game, 5 frame startup SPD would think it's just unusable. But in a game with 8 frames of lag, input lag, maybe it was intended.
That's what I'm saying, dude. There's no way that they put 8 frames of lag in there and they're just like, whoops. But look,
I feel like that's.
I'm giving you guys a lot of credit right now.
There's somebody's resume is I'm the guy that put in 8 frames of lag by myself. That resume exists somewhere.
The one-man show.
I mean, but think about it. Just think about what you guys just said. If they remove that lag, Zangief becomes a completely different character.
The whole game would be different, yeah. So there's things that Birdie's EX dive is worse. There's lots of things.
You don't even react to certain things.
Although Birdie would be able to play footsies better.
Yeah, a lot. You'd be able to whiff punish better, which is important. You know.
Oh yeah, I saw about this.
Pretty good.
Yeah, on the Guilty Gear Exert Revelator front, it looks like PlayStation and Axis Games have combined efforts to release character primers for the game. So
that's really cool.
Really cool.
For the newer characters, so you can get a feel for them. Like Kum Heun It's a new female character. She's in a robot suit. They're just letting you know how the character's played, and then Raven basically plays like Jeddah from Darkstalkers. I feel like that's right up your alley, dude. I think that's really dope.
I want to try Raven. That character looks awesome.
And they also give and another thing that Axis does, they let you download those characters for free for a limited amount of time. So you don't have to buy them if you download them in a specific date. And I think they give you like new colors as well. These,
Okay.
Yeah, they love sweetening the deal. So you can just go, even if you don't buy the game yet, you can say, I'm gonna go download these characters, so when I do get the game, I don't have to pay.
They just give you everything.
I don't care where I am. I'm legit
and
just
here's
gonna pick
a
up my
treasure
phone
chest
and be
of
like,
gold,
and do it that
and
way.
here's everything you ever wanted in your life. Remember
awesome.
that pony you wanted as a kid? You also get that as DLC.
Can't say I didn't help you guys out, but it definitely they let you download the 2 DLC characters. Yep, first 2 weeks you can download them for free.
Along with the 2 new characters, you can also download the Eclipse Color Pack from PlayStation Network from the 7th to the 21st.
That's cool.
So there you go.
All right, well, I'm
giving all characters a new color set based on a solar eclipse.
Yeah. That's what they did with the Tron colors as well.
Like
they
black,
made it
red, and white
PlayStation
or
exclusive.
The PlayStation.
Yeah, they have Tron colors that came out for extra that you
Well,
can only download for
it was
PlayStation.
PlayStation colors. It was black with the glowing blue, right? And then you can color Tron.
You have sold me on Tron.
But I don't know if you can get it anymore.
I don't think you can get them anymore.
Right,
but the colors.
Dude, it's Tron Johnny. Oh my.
Oh, I wish they.
Dang, that sounds like
Dude, Tron
cool.
Leo is like his. Oh my god.
I've seen that
Tron
one,
Venom.
Oh,
Dude,
that sounds awesome.
Dude, it's sick.
Yeah, it's really.
Dude,
Look,
Tron Slayer has like the little cow right here. It's just like glowing. Oh my god, it's so sick. Anyways,
I'm really
all
sad
about
that they're
Tron.
calling it that said Splatoon was talked on this show. Splatoon is still an amazing game. It's an awesome game, and I just wish I was playing it. If I was still playing it, we would be talking the hell about that game.
I don't have a Wii U.
I don't either. Yeah.
You guys don't have Wii U's? What's wrong with you people?
I
It's like the best console of the generation.
Part of joining UltraChen, we were supposed to get them in the mail. They just haven't arrived.
Yeah,
that's right. That's true.
Connections.
Yeah, where's the UltraChen card? Swipe that bad boy. Get us some Wii U's. All right.
No problem.
Now, of course, for including unlikely things to ever happen, there's apparently a fan petition that was put out to let Marvel know that fans want Marvel vs. Capcom 4.
You didn't sign that petition?
I didn't sign the petition.
Why?
Because, when has an online petition worked?
Never. Probably never.
Hey, remember
That's
when that
not
guy
true.
won the lottery, and then some fake Twitter dude came out and he was like, "Hey, if you retweet this, I'm gonna give you 10,000 of my dollars."
I retweeted it.
I retweeted it too because I figured there was like a 0.0 times a lot 1% chance that it would work, but the level of my investment was so minuscule that I was like, all right, fine.
So you
it's the same
multiplying
thing.
this percentage, fine. I don't know.
No.
I don't think it's the same thing.
You know when you
So you really think
when he
they'll
retweeted that tweet, I was like, why would he even do that? It's so clearly fake.
And then you
Obviously,
did a follow-up tweet,
and then you
though.
tweeted and was like, in the small chance, and I was like, retweet. Like, it was like the fastest retweet in my life.
There's
I was
no chance it's going to happen, but all you got to do is click a thing. You were already going to click a thing. Just click here instead rather than over there.
It was like so easy.
That's all.
David's reasoning for clicking here instead of there. You need to write a book. I'd buy
It
that.
was so good.
I'm
I was
saying,
like,
but
duh.
even me, even knowing that, I'm probably not going to bother.
So wait. Are you saying right now that you don't want a Marvel vs.
No, I would
Capcom?
love it. It'd be awesome.
So
I just feel like there's almost no chance as this dude paying me $10,000.
oh my god.
And my level of time investment is, I don't know, 100 times more.
Yeah.
So
it's
wait,
Even though it's like 2 minutes.
Why do you think that
Sometimes
wouldn't
more.
happen?
Yeah.
What is the mindset behind believing it wouldn't happen?
So I get that Disney is no longer making games themselves. They're going to be licensing things out. I think that when Marvel 3 came out last, it was before this whole round of Marvel movies. And they were trying to pump up characters that nobody ever heard of before. Like Rocket Raccoon and Ant-Man being on Hawkeye's thing. I don't really think that that's going to be the case in the future, barring different plans. If you start developing a game now, so say that they want to start developing a game. Talking about the contract is going to take a year, okay? And then after that, you got to put the team together and you got to make the game. And we're talking about several more years. And then the Marvel Universe thing is already wrapped up, unless there's a whole bunch of new stuff.
And the interesting part about it is too, it's they were doing that to hype a lot of the characters. dude, you don't need that anymore.
No.
Because, like, everybody is so hyped for Black Panther and Spider-Man, it's ridiculous.
Well, I mean,
Like, if they could put out a game tomorrow that was like, here's Black Panther, like, if they could, like, DLC add Black Panther into Marvel 3, that would be
Okay.
fantastic. But
So-
it's definitely not happening.
so one thing. They did Marvel 3's and almost entire cast had something to do with the next
movies.
line of movies
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
out. The Marvel phases aren't stopping with this. So even if it is several years down the line, Kevin Feige says they have movies lined up to 2027.
Right.
That's more than enough time for them to develop a new Marvel vs. Capcom game and put new characters in it.
It might happen. It might happen. But if it happens,
It's not because of the petition.
yeah.
Man, you guys are haters. Dream killers. What about the Easter Bunny, huh? What about Santa Claus? Just no? No?
You can just take yourself and hop right out that door.
I always knew
happening.
the truth about Santa Claus.
I always do.
Yeah.
And I had to save it from my Christian friends when I was growing up.
Oh no.
My parents were like, David, you shouldn't spoil it for them.
But the Wi-Fi wizard is real.
Dude, I'm
But
surprised
the Wi-Fi
you,
wizard
I'm
is
surprised
real.
you didn't
Is real.
spoil it for them anyway.
No, I would feel bad. In fact, my dad used to dress up as Santa Claus for some people because he's kind of a rotund fella, and it definitely worked out.
Kind of a rotund fella.
Because he was always like, oh, you know, like you shouldn't spoil it for them. Let them have their little fun, you know. They'll grow up and feel jaded one day, but right now it's all good.
I was always the kid that was terrified of the Santa Clauses. Like when you saw him at the mall, like I would be scared.
How?
He's
Wait,
so
wait.
big,
Jolly.
guy. Like, he's so huge.
It's like people that are afraid of clowns. I don't get it. Like, I just don't get it.
Dude, when I first went to Disneyland, like my brother ran up to like Pluto and all those characters, you know, walking around. I was terrified.
What?
I didn't want to go anywhere near any of them.
There's only one thing that terrified the shit out of me, right? So we had, it was before it was...
Besides space and the ocean
Yeah, I was gonna
and
say,
bridges,
tornadoes.
How about
and
walking under bridges?
You're not afraid. Whoa.
Walking under
We're gonna
bridges.
take a
Oh, I
step back.
forgot about that.
We're gonna take a step back here. You mean to tell me that you're not afraid of dying in space?
Oh man, if I could go into space, of course I would be afraid of dying in space. I just think that
You take the risk,
benefit
right?
would outweigh the risk.
Dude,
Oh
can
man,
you
these stars are so beautiful.
Look, I'll tell you this right
That's
now.
fine.
Yeah,
If
that's
I
pretty
had
much
the
what I would
opportunity
feel.
that I could see the Earth from the outside, your whole perspective on life and the planet and everything will change so drastically.
That's true. That's cool. And when we get these Gundams, we will go to outer space.
Hey, why would you trust Gundams? Why?
Because they're Gundam. Do you know what a Gundam is?
Yeah, it can break. It's a piece of machinery.
It can break, but the likelihood of it breaking without battle, David. Come on, man.
That thing is way more complicated than like a space shuttle.
Yeah, a
What
space
the
shuttle
fuck?
is a tube.
Yeah.
It's like look,
It's a tube.
It's a
That's why
living
you guys
tube.
are gonna
It's
die in
just a tube.
space.
It's just a living
Say
thing.
damn Ultra David,
like obviously
die in
it's
space. I'm just
complicated, but
saying.
It's not like
You also
Gundam
thought
level
we were gonna
complicated.
die under a bridge because that's
Dude.
where the putties from Power Rangers
Look,
fight.
I'm telling you
He
right
said.
now,
That was a real
there is
conversation.
there's no way anybody that I know would walk under that bridge.
You know me, and I would walk under the
That's
bridge.
because you're dumb, say damn. You no one would walk under that bridge.
It was just a normal bridge in Texas. It was dark and there was construction there, but it was just a bridge
So they were gonna walk under a bridge to
get
go
to
somewhere.
to food.
No. You think I'm joking? Tweet, Brent, Julio, who else?
Kramer.
And Kramer. And ask them if they were going to walk under that bridge.
You can ask them all they want. They'll tell you it was totally safe. I'm telling you right now. It was dark, but you could walk under
It
the
was
bridge.
dark. It was construction machinery under there. You couldn't see where you were walking. It was fine.
What was your final
It was
reason?
right over there. It doesn't matter what the final reason was, Steve. The point is, it's dangerous. That's all I'm saying.
It was because of Power Rangers, right?
That was the reason.
That wasn't the reason. So whoa. When I said that, say Jim, what happened? What did you do?
I believed you.
You goddamn right you believe me. Because everybody, I'm just saying, man. What? Like, I was like,
This conversation makes no sense to anybody.
All right.
Guaranteed.
So community
It didn't make sense to me, and I had it yesterday.
I
had this
was
conversation.
there and I don't understand what happened either. It was so weird, man.
All right.
That's like the homeless guy attacking Mann as CEO.
Oh, man.
Anyways, okay, community news.
Every week
Community.
he cries. Every week he
It's so
gets tears in his
stupid.
eyes, man.
It was so
Community
stupid.
news. Some big movements have been coming up around the FGC. Probably the most big one is that Daigo Umehara is now officially Red Bull Daigo Umehara. still has an association and a partnership with Mad
It's like
Catz.
a product sponsor is what it's called or something like
but
that.
he's no longer, they're no longer sending him to events and all that stuff. He is now part of Red Bull. He has joined the team with Snake Eyes and Leffen and etc.
Well,
Who's
I'm
gonna
interested to
stop
see.
these guys?
I'm just interested to see how his name shows up when he goes to Stunfest.
Yeah, me too.
Like, is it going to be MCZ Daigo still, or will it be RB Daigo? Because there are Red Bull athletes who are in esports things.
Like Bjergsen is.
Leffen.
Yeah, like Bjergsen. Yeah, exactly.
Leffen, he's TSM and Red Bull.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah.
So when he goes to events, he wears like the TSM jacket and shirt, and then like his tag in game was RB.
Oh.
So like I don't, and then like his thing is TSM Leffen. So it's like
Yeah.
it seems very confusing, but also
Yeah, but it's really cool. Red Bull definitely making a lot of big moves trying to get these names here. But what's actually I thought was super cool is that one part of this deal is that they're gonna take Daigo's book and translate it into English.
That's at
That's
Evo.
amazing.
Evo
So
is when it'll be available.
That's right. So the first time you could buy it, the English copy will be at Evo. I will probably buy it and never read it, like I do with all my books.
That's what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna read it.
Dude, there's a whole that that Evo Moment 37 book. I haven't even finished reading that yet.
Yeah.
And the entire
Like
chapter
when?
3 is about me. Like I'm like a focus in part of that book, and I haven't read the whole book yet.
For shame.
Now that I think about it, I think I'll read it.
I'm definitely
I
gonna.
think
like
I
to read it,
should.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm just a terrible reader. I'm not a very good reader. I didn't read a lot as a kid.
Life stories, huh?
Yeah.
I read a crap ton. Like I read a lot.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay.
That's why he knows about
Me too.
putties under the bridge.
Yep. It stopped you from going in there.
Hey, you didn't die by putty.
It's true.
I'm telling you, dude. We've seen this happen in horror movies. You would have went under there. You would have turned around. You would have saw that putty, and before it snapped your neck, you would
Who
have
was
said,
the first person?
"Steve is right," and then
No,
you would
no,
have died.
no. That wouldn't have happened.
You said Julio was gonna die first, though, right?
Oh, yeah,
'Cause
Julio.
He was like the excitable adventure guy,
Yeah.
so he was
Oh,
like definitely
yeah,
down.
yeah,
He was like,
Sure.
dude. He's like, are you guys down? I'm
Sure.
down. And we're like, dude, you're crazy. Like you're
Yeah.
gonna
My
get us all
friends
killed.
actually did. They actually, two of my best friends were watching the movie Anaconda, and as soon as
That's
the
a good
movie
movie.
started, they were like, dead first, dead second, dead third, dead fourth.
You
dead
can
fifth.
call it out.
Like
Yeah.
they did that, and they were 100% right. And they always said that the black guy dies very early on unless he's a rapper. Because the rapper always lives, like LL Cool J,
Oh.
in Deep Sea.
I thought you meant like in terms of the plot. I was
Yeah.
like, how
No,
many
no,
rappers
no,
are
no.
there in like the
if
plot?
the actor
famous
is a
people.
rapper.
Right, yeah, famous rappers. Okay. Makes sense.
Did you see? Oh man, what was the one where it was some crap about the predators and aliens? Maybe where they went
Alien versus Predator?
Is that what it was?
What's the thing with the Capcoms and the Marvels? Oh, Marvel versus Capcom. That's the one.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, the one who survived was the black woman. Take that.
Oh yeah, it was Lana Lathan. I saw that movie in theaters. God, that was a horrible
Yeah,
decision. I
it
don't
was
know
not
why
great.
it
It
was.
was not a great movie.
Anyways, all right.
Okay, Mad
Shout outs
Catz.
to Daigo.
Red Bull,
the
Daigo, Mad Catz, Red
yeah,
Bull.
Okay, and then in other news, CEO's Alex Jabali is no longer a part of Team Iron Galaxy. We mentioned that last week, but we didn't know where he was going. Apparently, he has now joined the Avid Group. And you could read all about Alex Jabali on the page, on his About page on the Avid website. That was written by Alex Jabali.
Oh my
It
god.
talks nothing about how cool he is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
It was written by him.
I'm pretty sure it
Oh,
was.
I don't want to read
Because
it.
he was like, here's my history. I won the Nintendo Championship.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and then I
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
it's
Yeah.
Jabali,
It was.
Yeah.
This is like the thing I know about Avid now. Is Jabali
Yeah.
works there.
Yeah,
That's my list of things so far. It's like
Well,
they
I mean-
exist. Jabali works
So,
there,
but think
and
about
they're
it.
sponsoring events like Combo Breaker.
His role is
Yeah.
what, FGC director or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
FGC
sure they're
guru.
they're
Something.
probably gonna just basically consult him and make sure that they try to make all the right decisions for the FGC.
So
and have-
CEO is gonna get $1 billion.
Yeah, pretty
And
Well, I mean, but
every
think about it
other
like
event.
this: if you've ever been to CEO, you know that that's a great tournament.
Of course.
It's
Yeah,
a great
oh, yeah,
tournament.
yeah, yeah.
So I mean, if they're taking direction, and this is solely to play devil's advocate, if they're taking direction from someone who can put on such a great event, at least they have that going for them at this point.
Yeah.
Who knows what else could come?
They also
That's
sponsored
devil's advocate. Huh?
NCR and Combo Breaker. So
Right.
that's cool.
That's
Oh,
right.
see,
Yeah, Combo Breaker coming up is definitely very much being supported by Avid.
Yeah, they mentioned, and they even said that they're they had like some specific things that they were supporting about it, like the stages and the medals trophies for all the different games, and like flying commentators out. Like they've like
they said
enumerated
that,
these things that they were doing.
Yeah, NCR, like they had never given out trophies and medals before. And this was the first year that they were able to do that thanks to Avid support. So
all that stuff's legit. Just would be nice to know what they do, but
yeah, to know more about what their plans are.
Like literally, what do you do?
Yeah, like why are you putting money into our scene, and how does that benefit you guys? You know what I mean? Like that's what we want to know. That's all. So.
That's all. But hopefully someday.
Also, Circa Esports, which just recently signed LPN as a Street Fighter player, has signed a Tekken player, Hua Anakin Liu, as their first Tekken player.
Yeah, Anakin got his name in the Atlanta scene because he was known as the one. Like,
oh really?
That's why his name's
Shouldn't
Anakin.
he have been called Neo then?
No, it was Anakin. He's the brings balance. That was the whole thing. And he has a bunch of accolades on his belt. He's been to...
They know that if they call him Anakin, what they're saying is that one day he's going to murder all of them.
Right, that's basically...
Are they aware of that?
I didn't give him the name.
Have they seen the movie?
I didn't give him the name. But he definitely
Don't
has...
take your kids around Anakin.
Not the younglings.
Keep the children at home.
Keep the younglings... I want to
Keep the
play
younglings
Tekken.
away.
Do you?
That's it. Not the younglings. Don't teach them how to sidestep.
You're
no.
breaking my heart. Anyways, but he has a lot of accolades on his belt. He's been in Korea, played with a bunch of the highest level Tekken players. He's won numerous tournaments around the country. Tekken does have a new iteration coming out. That's one of the best things you can do. Congratulations to E-Circle with a great player. Congratulations to Anakin for getting picked up.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, that's super cool. I mean, it's really smart on their part to grab some Tekken players right now because no one's picking up Tekken players right now.
Exactly.
And they're not thinking. I don't think they're thinking long term necessarily. It is a risk. Like a lot of us were saying that you shouldn't even have signed any of the Street Fighter 4 players.
I mean, the game, the console release date's not even out yet.
Right.
So,
exactly.
Yeah.
So,
But the Tekken Tour is going on
Right.
throughout past to the end of the year. So there's going to be events. There's not only going to be FGC events, they're going to be Wizard World events, and he can go to both of these.
Right.
And he's already secured himself a spot in whatever they have coming right now.
Sick.
So who knows, you know?
Very cool.
Just some minor news here. Probably no surprise to anyone, but Filipino Champ's contract was renewed with Panda Global, so they're going to continue sponsoring him into 2016.
Cool.
Dude, so I don't have information here about it, but EG also announced that they re-signed K-Brad.
Right.
But K-Brad's tweet was genius.
Yeah, it was really funny.
Yeah, he literally... Because when I first started reading, I was like, oh, damn. Like, we were
I did
just
too. He
talking
got me.
Yeah, we were just talking about... And then he basically tweeted out, it is with sad news that EG and I are part of it. Nah, just kidding. They signed me for another year. Ah, take that. You know, and it worked really well.
It's very up K-Brad's alley.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. So he's continuing along with EG, just like Filipino Champ, now continuing with
Panda Global.
Panda Global.
Also, Mewtwo King got signed.
Oh, I didn't have
Echo
that.
Fox Mewtwo King.
That's right.
big
And
one.
they had the sickest picture of him, like
Oh yeah, with the
with
anime
glasses.
Oh, yeah.
It had like the
Oh,
glass.
I
I was like,
didn't see
oh
it.
my, that's kind of
Oh,
sick.
that is
They,
really
they used a
cool.
picture like that for Kazunoko before, where he's like adjusting the glasses and there's like the flare across it. That's what they used.
Oh, that's
Anybody
cool.
looks cool when they're doing it.
It's
It's like
really
impossible not to look cool while you're like
Right.
doing that.
That's the only reason I wish I
It's ridiculous, actually.
That's a
only
great pickup, by the way. And
Oh man, I'm so happy for Mewtwo King that he's on a team like that.
dude, I mean,
I really hope there's good support for him and all that sort of stuff.
Like
And he's been around for a long time.
Oh,
I
yeah, he's
tweeted
had
out
some
earlier today
Crappy
that
sponsors.
Rick Fox isn't going to take all of his prize money. So
That's important too.
that's,
Yeah, no, I mean it's nice for him that he has a legit sponsor because that's
yeah,
it's like a dozen years in the making.
yeah, seriously.
Congratulations, Mewtwo King.
Yeah, seriously.
I thought it was awesome how somebody tweeted, I don't know the person, they tweeted that if you went back to 2003 and you said that the guy who did the frame data thread on Smashboards and the guy who's currently playing in the NBA playoffs would like get together and work together someday, you'd be like, no way. There's no way.
You're stupid.
Like, why would you suggest that? It's absurd.
Right.
But there you go.
It's like
That's really cool.
Rick Fox with Echo Fox.
I do like pointing out a lot of community stuff that people in the community point out that produce. One really interesting thing that's been happening for a while now is that Mr. Graham Wolf. I really like how someone called it Wolf Tips one time, but basically he's just been tweeting out little like one sentence tips like. This is how you can counter this thing.
With a little GIF,
usually. Yeah, and it has a little animated GIF showing with it. So he's been doing a lot of really, really cool things on that. A lot of people learning a lot of good information on there. So if you want to check those out, follow him on Twitter, twitter.com/GrahamWolf1. And that, of course, is GrahamWolfe1. So follow him and get some wolf tips. Some more community stuff. This guy, actually, this was really interesting to me because I haven't played the game yet. But Cyant documented exactly how phase shifts work in Pokken. And he actually measured out that different moves have values associated with them. And when they hit, it just counts up a number. Yeah. And as soon as a certain number gets, then it triggers the phase shift from dual mode to field mode.
Some are instant. Some fill up the whole thing immediately.
Right. And interesting enough, like I guess if you activate the burst thing, like you can reset the count, and so you can do longer combos and do more damage. And it was just really cool to see like that they broke it down like so scientifically like that. So check that out. That's on YouTube by Cyant. You can check that out. Just go to Shogun.com and do a search for Pokken and phase shift mechanic, and you should be able to find that. One sad news about in Smash Brothers, apparently Zero, who's been pretty much the most dominant player in Smash Wii U of all time. I mean, he might be the most dominant fighting game player of all time, you know, just from what he's been able to accomplish in this game. He's actually revealed that he's actually had a really bad finger injury, which is why he hasn't been entering a lot of tournaments recently. So, I mean, look, I know that
a lot of Smash players have hand or finger or something injuries.
Yeah, those things, dude. I mean, as much as you love the game, especially if you play on the GameCube controller, those things are not conducive to like longevity.
No, your hands are
like
done.
You can't continue to do stuff like that
like,
for a long time.
Seriously, like the GameCube controller forces your hand into.
Like I get that's what people are used to, but it was not designed for anything like that.
But apparently, you know, he should be okay, hopefully, and he should be able to recover. And
man, they really used the Dr. Mario picture for that. That's really smart.
That is really funny, actually.
That's good.
I didn't even make that connection, but that is super awesome.
He's like in this pose and everything too, like he's about to hop in there.
He does hope that he'll be back by CEO.
Okay, I hope that happens. Yeah, it's that's bad news.
Get well soon, sir.
Yeah.
What else did I have here? Oh, you know what? Okay. I don't have the screen capture set up here yet, but but there's this just really, really cool King figure that's coming out.
I need that figure.
My first 4 figures. It's super
King
cool.
is sick, dude.
King is cool.
I think he's super cool.
Yeah, dude. The first time I saw him in Tekken, I was like, this is the dumbest character I've ever seen in my entire life.
I thought he was so cool.
A guy running around with a cat head that didn't look like it fit. It was like too big. But as time went on, like it got better looking. So as the polygons were increased, it started to look.
It's true. It was kind of tall at first, right?
Yeah, like the mask didn't look right.
Yeah.
I literally it was one of the reasons why I made fun of that game. Like I hated Tekken when I first saw it because I thought it was like a ghetto Virtua Fighter. I was like, this is so stupid. Virtua Fighter's way better. You know that whole thing.
The rare, I remember that.
Was that a thing? Virtua Fighter versus Tekken?
Oh yeah.
Dude, they actually had billboards in Japan where they had like Jin talking to Akira, and he says, Akira says like you're 10 years too late or something like that. But it was a billboard. No game actually ever came out, but it was legit like a billboard in Japan that said that.
Damn.
Yeah, and it had pictures. Cool. It was crazy.
Yeah, but the thing about it was though, Tekken kind of blew away.
Yeah,
it worked out.
And this statue is ridiculous.
Yeah, actually. Like if I had the money, I swear to God I would buy it. I swear to God I would buy it.
It's just him doing this pose. You can see it on Shoryuken, but it's like him doing this pose, and it looks really sick.
Yeah, it does.
I'm kind of a sucker for that kind of stuff. Like, look at all these, dude. This is
look
so
at that.
crazy good.
It just worked out well.
Have you seen that?
Oh, the
actually-
Ramlet though? Oh
actually, I
my
didn't see
god.
that.
It's
dude.
crazy.
This is
That's-
so sick, dude.
That's awesome looking.
Oh, the Ramlethal that's behind you now?
Yeah, it's like back here.
Oh, just
Yeah, just get out of the way.
yeah,
There you
just
go.
let
It's that
me-
Ramlethal statue.
So
that's
sick.
behind
I
Like
love
it's
this
really
thing.
far.
Yeah, it's really far. It's really hard to see, but it's. I mean, I can go walk over and zoom in on the camera.
Well,
I was gonna
That's
say
a
we
bit
could just
much.
move it here.
Ah,
No,
it's
it's
too
probably
much
not.
work.
Nah,
It's too
man.
much
It's
work.
great, trust
It's
me.
nice.
Yeah, it's
Alright.
a cool Ramlethal statue. So
That's all there is to that.
okay. Any case, do you want to take a break before we go all in on Civil War? Or do you want to just go in all in on Civil War?
yeah,
now?
let's do that just so we make it super clear that we are going to be talking about the Civil War movie that has come out recently, and it's going to be full of spoilers. And if you don't want to be involved in that stuff, you probably shouldn't hang out, or at least mute us so you can at least
Watch our
see us, and
expression.
we'll do a lot of these.
But
Trust me,
I'm-
he'll be
I'm-
entertaining
dude.
to watch anyway.
Yeah, it's gonna
I'm
be-
really good with
he's gonna
acting
be
out
doing
what
that.
I saw. I think it's my mutant power.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright.
Acting, yeah. Well, that's going to come up next, so if you don't want to hear spoilers, have a good night, everybody. But
Bye.
if you do, or if you don't care, either way, we'll see you soon.